But when it comes, Jake is going to be looking to find the truth. And when they come looking for us, then we ain't going to be here. All right? Go ahead.
All right, Shalom. This I'm on the law with GMS Wisconsin. Basically here to bring out this information on what's going on in Milwaukee. It says Scott Walker activates National Guard to help if needed after riots rocked Milwaukee. Right, and we prophesy in Milwaukee. And we've been prophesying that this shit was going to happen for the longest, man. We done ran across thousands of people in Milwaukee already with this information. Alright, it says Wisconsin Governor Scott Walker activated the National Guard on Sunday to help law enforcement if needed after approximately 100 individuals rioted the night before in Milwaukee over the fatal shooting of an unarmed man. Right, and Jake getting tired of that shit. That's why they got the Black Lives Matter movement and all these other movements that's rising up, because Jake getting tired of being persecuted by the police. But that's all biblical prophecy. Not only that is that biblical prophecy, that's history repeating itself. This was happening in the 1960s, man. During the New York riots, during the time of Martin Luther King, so on and so forth, man. And I mean, basically history is just repeating itself, man. So I'm bringing out this scripture right here, 2 Ezra chapter 9 verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it was the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world, which he made. And as you can see, these prophecies are coming to pass, man, and the Lord is showing himself visiting the world, man. It says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, and as you can see, this right here is basically like a uproar of the people. Jake getting tired of it. Not only is Jake getting tired of it over here, the so-called African American man, which is Judah according to the scriptures, they getting tired of it over there in the EU and France, man, and them other little nations over there. They rising up and they protesting against the racism that's going on in America, man. And that's one way the Lord is rising Jake up, man. This is Genesis chapter 49. Verse 8, Judah, thou art he whom thy brethren shall praise. Right, so all the tribes look up to Judah. Thy hand shall be in the neck of thine enemies. Thy father's children shall bow down before thee. Judah is a lion's whelp. From the prey, my son, thou art gone up. He stooped down and he couched as a lion. Right, and the prey is Esau. Jake forgot who their enemies was, man. It says, thou art gone up, he stooped down, he couched as a lion, and as an old lion, who shall rouse him up? And the Lord is using these murders by these police officers to rise Jake up. Alright, go back to this scripture. This is back in 2 Ezra chapter 9, I'll start at verse 3. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. Right, and that's why I brought out the Genesis, because Genesis means beginning, man. Alright, jump back to this article. It says, I have activated the Wisconsin National Guard to be in position to aid local law enforcement upon request, right, because they getting ready to start killing you niggas, man. Walker said in a press release announcing the decision. It says the decision made in conjunction with Milwaukee County Sheriff David Clark, Milwaukee Mayor Tom Barrett, and Adjutant General Donald Dunbar came after 4 businesses were torched in a riot triggered by the shooting of an armed man who fled police at a traffic stop. And that's what Jake get, man. It says neither the race nor identity of the man shot had been released at the time of the demonstration, but the Milwaukee Journal Sentinel has reported the man's identity as Civil Smith. The paper reports that Smith had a lengthy arrest record, including charges for a shooting and trying to intimidate a witness of the same shooting. Right, and Jake is wicked, man. It says the Sherman Park neighborhood of Milwaukee, where the National Guard was called to, is a predominantly black, lower-income neighborhood with a reputation for crime. Woods noted the neighborhood has been calm throughout Sunday. However, the state is investigating the incident. Right, and you know, that's all I'm gonna read on that. But basically, man, all that's going on is the Lord keeping these riots off and rousing Jake up, man. And it's coming to a city near everybody, man. Shit. This is Second Ezra chapter 15, verse 14. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another." Right, so the more they keep killing Jake, it's gonna be something that trigger them to start killing these white people, man. To just go ahead and start taking these white people out, and shit, it might be the woman, the black woman. It says, and swords in their hands. Right, and swords can be any type of weapon, man. It says, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Right. So all this is basically just working its way up to a major race riot that's gonna go on throughout the whole world, man. Basically. All right. This is Isaiah chapter 13, verse 12. It says, I will make a man precious, more precious than fine gold, even a man than the gold wedge of Ophir. Talking about the Lord's elect, man, the ones that's bringing out this truth. Therefore I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place, and the wrath of the Lord Yahweh of hosts, and in the day of his fierce anger. And it shall be as a chased roe, and a sheep that no man taketh up. And that's talking about these race riots. They shall every man turn to his own people, and flee everyone into his own land. Right, and these nations are going back to their own original nations, man, their own countries. They clicking up together. France showed you that, man. Because when the race riot pop off, you're not going to want to be white standing next to a black if there's a race war, man. It says, everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everybody that's holding hands with this white man going to be put to death. It says, everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. It says, their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled, and their wives ravished. Right, man. So if you holding hands with this white man, you're going to be put to death. And it's going to be a lot of home invasions and shit, man. People, kids getting killed, and they women being raped, man. That's the times we're living in right now, man. Hold on. All right. And I also want to bring out this scripture. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 68. It says, hold on. Let me bring out this one first. This is Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. It says, therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil, which is Esau, is come down unto you, having great wrath, right, with his policies, with his military, with his police officers. If you watch any of them videos, you see them police officers were basically in battle formation against Jake. See, they didn't have on their riot gear, but that was.
Go ahead.
I will make known my words unto you.
The Most High said he gonna make known his words unto we gave him 2 scriptures. Go ahead.
Because I have called, and ye have refused.
And that's talking about Israel. The Most High called, so that you might say, well, how did the Most High call? I never saw the Most High. You saw us. The Father speaking to us. Yahweh Shemyahushai is speaking to us. Go ahead.
I have stretched out my hand, and no man regardeth. But ye have set at naught of my counsel.
Read again, brother.
But ye have set at naught all my counsel.
But ye have set at naught, at nothing, all my counsel. So we're counseling you right now. We're telling you that the Lord came for Israel, and you are Israelite. Read that again.
But ye have set at naught all my counsel, and would none of my reproof.
And you didn't accept none of the Lord's reproof. Go ahead.
I also.
I'm not gonna give a damn about you niggas when the Most High open. That's why these niggas that get shot, Most High got them, man. Most High got them. All right. Go ahead.
I will also laugh at your calamity.
Most High said he gonna laugh when them. Hey, when all these jakes got shot, the Most High and the angels were laughing, man. That was a comedy show to them, man. Go ahead.
I will mock when your fear cometh.
When your fear cometh, because this Jake is not fearful right now.
Right.
The Most High said he gonna mock when your fear cometh.
Like that big nigga when his fear cometh, the Most High gonna mock him, man, because he rejected the word, man.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
When your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind. When distress and anguish cometh upon you.
See, it hasn't come yet. Jacob's trouble is not here yet.